When we continue, Sports Science Play of the Week proves that Packers wideout Jordy Nelson is really half man, half pretzel. It's all ahead. Stay with us.
Perfection is being perfect. It's winning them all.
The Packers are still perfect at 12-0.
The pressure built as we were going through the season.
We have won all of them, but we're not perfect.
We feel that we're playing at a level that the only thing that can hold us back is ourselves.
If they run the table, then I'll say, welcome to the club. If they fall by the wayside, I'll say, and another one bites the dust.
I'm not going to talk about, 16-0.
Winning is great, and winning the Super Bowl is the greatest.
Well, the Packers' pursuit of perfection and their pursuit of a 19th straight win continues Sunday at Lambeau, where Green Bay welcomes in Oakland. Now, 10,000 computer simulations give Green Bay a 48.1% chance of running the table. But if they don't beat the Raiders on Sunday, none of the rest of it matters, and that's the attitude in the Packers locker room.
Well, obviously, when you're on top, everyone wants to see you fall off, and you can tell from certain aspects of the media and outsiders that they're waiting for you to slip up, and anytime you don't put a dominating performance on, they're going to take gratitude in that and saying that you're not as good as you really are. So it doesn't affect us. The fact is we won that game. We've won 12 games. We're doing something right around here. So we'll continue to play the way in which we know how, and it seems to be a recipe for success.
Well, I just think we need to be playing a certain way. Down the stretch, if we look at last season, the way we kind of finished up, we got hot at the right time and carried that into the playoffs. We're a playoff team. Right now we're playing for home field advantage. We know we're going to host at least one playoff game, and we'd like to make sure that we can get that first round bye for some rest and know we're going to be hosting divisional games. But we need to be playing the right way once we get into January.
5 interceptions. What's wrong with Aaron Rodgers? We go Samsung next level to see that Jordy Nelson has become a very, very valuable part of the Packers offense, particularly since week 6. Since that time, he's caught 30 of the 35 passes that have been targeted his way. He has 5 catches of at least 30 yards and has shown the ability to gain massive yards after the catch. Now, this really shouldn't be a surprise that Aaron Rodgers is going to Jordy Nelson. After all, we saw this in the Super Bowl where Aaron Rodgers hit him 9 times for 140 yards and a touchdown. He averaged 15.6 yards per carry. So that's not surprising. What is surprising is that Sunday we found out that Jordy Nelson channeled his inner Eddie Murphy from his days on Saturday Night Live in the 1980s. I'm Gumby, damn it! John Brankus explains in the Sports Science feature brought to you by BASF.
Our play of the week belongs to the Packers' Jordy Nelson, who hauled in an acrobatic spinning catch against the Giants. With Green Bay only up by 1 in the fourth quarter and their perfect season on the line, Aaron Rodgers fires a 50-mile-an-hour bullet towards Nelson's back shoulder, targeting an area that reduces Nelson's range by more than 50%. As Nelson launches his 6'3" body in the air, he converts his linear momentum to angular momentum, generating torque by throwing his right shoulder back. Rotating at an angular velocity of roughly 300 degrees per second, Nelson stretches his 32.5-inch arms out for the grab. But what's incredible is Nelson's ability to spot the sidelines and to stay in bounds. This is, in part, due to what's called the vestibulo-ocular reflex. His eyes move in the opposite direction of his head, allowing him to keep focused on one spot while his head is turning. Halfway through his 180-degree rotation, Nelson locates the sideline, and he's able to get his second foot down roughly 2 inches from the sideline, half the width of a stripe on the field. And if Nelson had under or over rotated his body, his foot would not have landed parallel to the sideline. In fact, only 18 degrees of rotation, less or more, would have put his left foot out of bounds. And Jordy Nelson wouldn't have grabbed our play of the week.
For ESPN Sports Science, I'm John Brankus.
John, thank you. If I've said it once, I have said it 1,000 times. I don't want to hear a 40-time or a bench press. Just tell me what your vestibulo-ocular reflex is. That's the guy I want on my team. That is a sports science breakdown like we've ever seen. All right, Jerry, obviously it's a breakout year for Jordy Nelson. Give me your top 3 wide receivers that you think are breaking out this year and having a huge impact for their teams.
I have to go with the New York Giants, Victor Cruz. And the reason why I say that, this guy is a playmaker. You know, he has a little dance in him also, but he makes plays. He's like that comfort blanket for Eli Manning. Look at that one-handed grab, and he's able to go for 6, but he's a breakout player. And
there's
next,
the dance. You did it for Dancing with the Stars. That's what you did.
Next, I have Jordy Nelson. You can throw this ball anywhere around this guy. He's going to make a play. I think also you notice with Aaron Rodgers, whenever he feels pressure or anything like that, he's going to look for him to make plays down the field. And Rob Gronkowski, he's the freak. Tom Brady is always going to look for him. You know, those matchups. He's fast as a receiver, and he has that big body, that big frame where he can just post the defender up.
And nobody spikes the ball better than Gronk. Gronk soon taking over NFL. Gronk very happy with the way things are working.
Fire hot.
Unfrozen caveman football player Rob Gronkowski. Soon to be his own cartoon show. He's got to have his own cartoon show.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Gronked. When we continue here on